Welcome to Win Over Depression, your beacon of hope in the realm of mental health. I am your host, Tamara Trotter. I am your companion on the journey to reclaiming joy and resilience. In this podcast, we'll unravel the vital importance of managing your well-being amidst life's challenges. From practical strategies to uplifting stories and expert advice, each episode is a roadmap to cultivating mental wellness and overcoming the grip of depression. Whether you are seeking solace for yourself or supporting a friend, here you will find the tools and inspiration to navigate the complexities of emotional health. Join me as we embark on a transformative quest to prioritize self-care, resilience, and the triumph of the human spirit. Let's together redefine the narrative of depression and embrace a life of purpose and fulfillment. Welcome to Win Over Depression. Today, we'll be talking about how when you dig deep inside, you pull out the strength that you have in the moment and the time that you need it. I know that I am an individual who embodies courage, faith, and endurance, but I've really been put to the test in the last several months, and I want to share with you some personal lessons from my journey of caregiving. The highs, the heartbreaks, and the moments of divine strength that remind us that we're never alone. Whether you're a caregiver or someone walking beside one, this message will inspire you to find gratitude, courage, and grace in the toughest moments. Being a caregiver is one of the hardest and holiest assignments you'll ever have. It's not for the faint of heart. It will test your faith, your patience, and your capacity to love in many ways you never imagined. What I've learned in this journey is that even when you feel down, you can't always let it show. The person you're caring for needs your strength, even when yours feels gone. And somehow, through grace, God restores what you poured out. People do want to get better. They may not always show it, but never question their desire to heal. Sometimes they do simple things because you ask and because they trust you. It's probably true that caregivers often feel undervalued, but you have to think about how the person that needs your help and assistance is feeling. Sometimes there may be long nights, endless calls, the prayers whispered between exhaustion and hope. But the truth is, it is so important for you to be in it for the long haul, no matter how long it takes. People tell me that I have the patience of Job, and truthfully, I've needed that patience every step of the way. But here's what I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. God is faithful. His signs are everywhere if you are paying attention. You will quickly discover that no one will advocate for you like you will. Sometimes you'll have to raise your voice. Sometimes you'll have to hang up and call back. Doctors don't know everything. Challenge them, question them, and always stand up for yourself and your loved one. Things might get worse before they get better, but hold on. You are stronger than you think. Give yourself some grace. And while you are in the storm, you will see who your ride or die people are. Some will disappear, but a few, the true ones, will walk through the fire with you. And that's all you need. A simple check-in text or a heart emoji, a thinking of you, those tiny gestures mean everything. Remember not to take things personally. And as I said earlier, be in it for the long haul, no matter how long it takes and no matter what you have to give. Never give up. Tomorrow is a brand new day to conquer. And please get yourself rest. Practice self-care. You can't pour from an empty cup. Yes, you will feel sad. You'll feel defeated sometimes, but it comes with the territory. But every single day that you show up, you're doing something sacred. So be the best version of yourself. Be grateful because the world is hurting. Be kind because kindness heals. This is for every single caregiver out there. You are seen, you are valued, and you are loved. Keep going because God is not done with you yet. I want you to also remember how resilient
and capable you are, how appreciated the person that you are caring for feels because you make them feel safe and loved. Sometimes when you become frustrated, you may wonder if what you're doing even matters. You may feel invisible, like no one sees the sacrifices that you make every single day. But here's the truth. The person you care for sees you. They may not always say it, but they feel it with your presence. They recognize your voice in the quiet moments. They sense your frustration, but also your love. And deep down, they know you could be anywhere else, but you're choosing to be there with them. That choice means everything. When they see you walk in a room, their spirit lifts a little higher. Your patience gives them peace. Your gentle tone reminds them that they're still human, they're still loved, and they're still worthy of care. Even when illness or pain clouds their words, their heart is speaking that you're staying, that you're not giving up on me, that you deeply care and will do anything for them to get better. That's love in motion. There will be days when it feels like too much, days when exhaustion meets disappointment. But I want you to remember this. God chose you for this assignment, not because you're perfect, but because he trusts your deep heart. You are his instrument of compassion. You're the calm in someone's storm. You're the reflection of his mercy in real time. And when you feel unseen, whisper this truth to yourself. My care is sacred work. My love is healing someone's soul. Take pride in that. Stand firm in it. Because while the world may not clap for you, heaven absolutely does. So tonight, when you finally sit down to breathe, know that your loved one is grateful. Their body may be weak, but their spirit whispers your name with appreciation, and God smiles because he sees what you do in secret. So take a deep breath. You have done enough for today. You are enough for today. Now close your eyes for a moment and let these words settle deep in your spirit. I am chosen for this season, not by chance, but by divine purpose. I am patient, I am kind, and even when I feel weary, my love still flows. My presence brings peace, my touch brings comfort, and my faith brings light. I am seen by God even when the world doesn't notice. I give with an open heart and I receive grace in return. I am learning to rest, to breathe, to forgive myself for not being perfect. I am grateful for the strength that renews me each morning. I walk in love. I am surrounded by love, and I am made of love. Remember, you as a caregiver are a vessel of healing. You are a quiet miracle in motion. And even when the days are long, remember, God sees you. He honors your care, your tears, and your tender heart. So tonight, release the weight of the day. Tomorrow is a new beginning, another chance to love, to rest, and to rise again. You are a caregiver, and you are never alone. Even when you feel unseen, God sees every act of love that you give. Your strength brings calm, your faith brings hope, and your heart brings healing. You don't have to be perfect, just present. You're enough right here, right now. Remember, you're not walking this road alone because he walks beside you, renewing your strength and filling your heart with peace. Caregiving may not be glamorous because it's raw, real, and sometimes lonely. You don't get applause or instant gratitude, but what you give, your presence, your patience, your prayers is holy work, because when you care for someone who's vulnerable, you're stepping into sacred ground. You become their strength when they have none, their advocate when no one listens, their peace when the world feels heavy. And it's not easy. You wonder, does anyone see me? Does anyone even care? But I promise you, it matters more than you'll ever know. Today, I want to pour some encouragement into your spirit. I want to remind you that the one you care for feels your love deeply. They trust your voice. And most of all, God sees you. He watches you through the pain, the uncertainty, the sleepless nights, and he's proud of you. So take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. You made it through another day, and that's no small thing. Now let's talk about what I've learned on this journey. You know how people often talk about how exhausting caregiving is? The appointments, the uncertainty, and all of that is real, but we don't talk enough about how much caregiving expands your heart. When you give so deeply of yourself, your time, your patience, your love, something begins to shift inside of you. Your heart learns how to stretch in ways it never had before. Remember, your heart is a muscle, and so that muscle contracts, and its capacity to love is growing deeper and deeper. You develop compassion that goes beyond words, and you begin to see life through a new lens, one where the smallest moments mean everything. You start to appreciate a simple smile, a whispered thank you, a moment of peace after a long night. Caregiving has a way of showing you what truly matters. It teaches you how fragile life is and how powerful love can be. And even in your weakness, your heart grows stronger because every time you comfort someone in pain, you're building emotional muscle. Caregiving is a masterclass in resilience. It shows you how to love without limits, how to serve with grace, and how to help keep hope alive when circumstances may say otherwise. There's a kind of strength that forms in your spirit when you've walked through long nights and you still show up with love. That's what makes your heart different now, softer yet stronger, more open yet more discerning. You learn to listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. And here's the beautiful part. As you pour love into someone else, God is quietly pouring love back into you. He's healing you while you're helping someone else heal. So yes, caregiving can be very hard, but it also rebuilds us with deeper compassion, stronger faith, and unshakable purpose. That's how caregiving strengthens you, not by making the journey easier, but by making you more tender, more faithful, and more aware of what love truly means. Keep doing what you're doing because it matters and you are making a difference. I am so very proud of you, and I would love to hear how this episode cheered your heart. I never want to end my podcast without thanking you so very much for listening. You continue to be the best part of Win Over Depression. As we continue to grow, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel called Win Over Depression. You can also find us on Pinterest at TT Mental Health Expert. If you would like to help this podcast continue to grow, please consider becoming a patron. You can go to www.patreon.com/Tamara Trotter. That's TAMERA, last name Trotter, TROTTER. As little as $20 per month will really give us the opportunity to spread our message even further and wider. Thank you again for listening to this episode, and we will see you next time on Win Over Depression. Remember, giving up is never an option. Please stay in the game of life.